Hey y'all, I'm back. Let's start the show. Hey y'all, welcome in. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is Court Radio is now in session. Let me wait for that noise to happen. Because that noise had to come on at a wild time while I'm talking. I know it's gonna come. Hold on. It's gonna pop up. Hey y'all, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is Court Radio is now in session. I am your host for the evening, Courtney Taylor, your favorite content creator, your favorite actress, and now your favorite radio personality. Welcome in, y'all. I just wanted to get on here and continue the fun. Look, I told y'all I was going to be doing some random shows, popping up every now and again, you know. I had to keep y'all on y'all toes, okay? So that is why I am here today. Welcome in. While you're in here, because somebody put me on game. Somebody put me on game about this last episode, which was yesterday. That like the show while you in here. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a like and you get out. I don't care. I appreciate the visit. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, like the show, and if you got a dip, you got a dip. It's no big deal. I'm on for an hour. You can come back later. So come on in, and if you're in for a little bit, like the show before you go. But let's get into it, okay? I wanted to come on here because we have to discuss this Lil Romeo and Master P situation. Y'all, it's getting a little spicy over the airwaves, okay? First of all, they were saying that it all started when Twitch passed away. May he rest in peace. That was such a horribly random and just absolutely saddening situation. He was such a light to a lot of people in a lot of people's lives. So just absolutely sad that he passed away. But I think they were saying that it all started there, and I think Romeo posted something about having good father figures in your life and stuff, something like that. That was around the time that Twitch passed away. Now, his sister has passed, and it was said that she was struggling with mental health issues and all these different things. And I feel like Lil Romeo just exploded after that. Didn't just throwing everything out there, just really disappointed in how he grew up, how things were. And that's when he started throwing his Papa in the mix. Listen. Ooh. Romeo got on there and started chatting about how he's never seen any of the money from when he was younger, and how his dad has taken all his money to pay for his taxes, that him and his siblings are still struggling. Oh my goodness. It's getting saucy. You hear me? It is getting saucy online. And of course, Master P came with a response, and his response basically was he's tired of being seen as a human ATM machine. Right? It's the whole the kids don't appreciate what I do. I'm not just here for the money, but. Now, here's what I had to say about that. I've had a conversation about this with my book. And here's my thing. We always talk about how we never want our kids to struggle. We never want our kids to be in a bad situation. My kids are never going to be struggling like how I was struggling. But. It's all that. It's all that until your kids need you. Like, there's no way. Lil Romeo said something along the lines of his siblings had to get scholarships for college because they couldn't afford it any other way. How? How do you feel like you're a human ATM machine when your kids just don't want to have to worry about college expenses? How does that make you a human ATM machine? You're their father. And then I think he tried to to discredit. I think he was trying to discredit what everybody was saying by saying that Lil Romeo don't hustle enough for him. He's not a hustler. He's in his 30s and he's not hustling as hard as I hustle. Meanwhile, Lil Romeo then posted some pictures basically showing how his sister, before she passed away, used to text him and say, "Hey, can you send me money for an Uber?" Why doesn't your daughter have a car? Are we for real? Why doesn't your daughter have a car? Like, why doesn't, like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm trying to understand why, like, that would be seen as a human ATM machine when your child is just asking, when your children just need basic necessities. Like, my parents weren't making any of the same money like Mr. Master P was making, but they made sure I had a car. They made sure that even though they couldn't super afford college, that I was getting these loans, honey. That they helped me, apply for them so I could go to college. My parents were always there when it came to that sort of thing, especially when it came to like the things that they could take care of. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dad always made sure I was in a car. It was a hoopty, but it was a reliable hoopty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really super had to worry about that. And if I did, I took the bus, but that's okay. There's no way your children are reaching out to each other to get money when you're their father. And to sit here and say that you act like, I hate being treated like a human ATM machine now, it's just crazy. What are you talking about? And I feel like that's something that's heavy within, not to, put this specifically on Black people, because maybe white people do it too, but maybe it's not as publicized as when we do it. But I just feel like we don't be looking out for each other the way we're supposed to. We making all this money and we don't give back to the people that it makes sense to give back to. Like, you making all this money so your people don't have to struggle, but when your kids need help so they don't have to struggle, it's a problem. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? There's no way my siblings should be reaching out to me about getting an Uber to work. When our father is the Master P. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. When I get my money, because I know that money's coming in, I know that money's flowing towards me. Money likes me. Money wants to be around me. So I'm speaking it into existence. It's going to be, money is coming, okay? More money is on the way. My kids will not have to want. My kids are going to have all the necessities. Am I going to baby them and make them too dependent on me? Absolutely not. But also, my kids are not about to be worrying about. My kids aren't about to be worrying about nothing. Not about no damn car. You hear me? Like, not about being able to afford an Uber to work. There's no way you guys are going to hear stories about that coming from my kids. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And why would Lil Romeo lie about not getting no money from all his previous stuff from his dad? Like, why? Why? That sounds about right to me. Haven't we heard this story several million times about parents opening up credit cards, opening up, you got a cable bill under your name, you got this under your name, before you even understand what a bill is, right? We've all heard those stories. So to sit here, so for Lil Romeo to say that he has seen none of his money from that time when we was watching him, it all went to his dad's taxes, and now you got your siblings, I'm sorry, your sons are struggling after you, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't make no sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry. I'm not on Master P's side on this point. Let me, before I continue though, we just had our first 10 minutes. Let me go to my comment section. Let me see what the people are saying in the comments. Unmatched Mind. Hey, Unmatched Mind. I see you in here before. Thank you for stopping in. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, Unmatched Mind. K Black back. We got a regular in here. Hey, man. What's up? I'm just assuming. I'm sorry. I say hey, man for anybody. So I don't know your pronouns. So I'm just assuming. I'm saying hey, man as gender and as gender neutral as possible. We got Deep Cuts Podcast. Ooh, I ain't had you in here before. Hey, Deep Cuts Podcast. Love is love. Come on, love it. Zoe, I missed the first 8 minutes. It's okay, girl. I got 50 more. Okay. Hey, Zoe, welcome in. You know I love Lil Romeo. LOL, girl. Master P was broke. That's the gag. Oh, listen. Listen. I hear that. And that's probably what it was for a moment, but also I feel like Master P still might be in a position where he can get some money. Because I feel like if he wasn't in the position to take care of his kids, I believe, in my personal opinion, I think Lil Romeo would know that and would not have made a public display like this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's genuinely hurt from watching his siblings struggle. And after losing his sister, I think he just bubbled over. You know what I'm saying? K Black P needed to take quests from Shaq. He needed to take cues from Shaq. He made sure his family was taken care of. And that should be the goal. That should be the goal. The number one goal is to take care of your family. That's all that's on my mind when I be thinking about money. When I be thinking about, I gotta make more money. It's not to be materialistic. It's not so I can, buy whatever I want. My goal when it comes to making money right now is so that I can take care of my family. I got a whole plan, y'all. I'm gonna make this money. I'm gonna pay off my mama's house, right? And then I'm gonna get myself a house, right? A big enough house to have people living on it. Maybe a nice compound. That's literally where my head be. My head be everywhere. Maybe I get a compound. I can build a little house towards the back from my mama. One floor. She don't have to worry about steps when she gets older. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about that. Maybe I have my man's mom move in on the other side of the compound. That way we can have our Haitian cuisine and she'll feel comfortable being around us. She'll feel safer here on our You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where my mind be when it comes to making money. And I'm thinking like that right now. And I have no children. Like, at what point, why would you ever think your children are seeing you as an ATM when you are supposed to be the provider? Black men argue, I'm sorry, I won't say black men, I'll say men in general argue up and down to be the provider. I'm supposed to be the provider. I'm supposed to be the man of the house. I'm supposed to be this, I'm supposed to be that. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as it's time to be the man of the house, it's why now I'm a human ATM. People only want me for my money. They're your kids. This isn't a woman you went out on a date with once. It's your children. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make no sense to me, y'all. The Master P Lil Romeo situation is insane. And when Lil Romeo posted that picture, that text message between him and his sister, I'm sorry, Master P lost the battle right then and there. I mean, I was already on Lil Romeo's side. I feel like honestly, y'all, we about to see a bunch of stories of child actors or child actors whose parents are Nepo babies, stuff like that. We're about to see a bunch of those people come out and be like, I ain't seen not a lick of that money. I ain't seen not a lick of that money. I'm telling you, we're going to see a bunch of stories about that. I'm certain Lil Romeo ain't the only person who dealt with that. But it's just really sad. I really just I just feel like we don't look out for our own the way we should. There were a select few people who used to look out for their own heavily. And either a lot of them are gone, unfortunately, or they're just few and far between. And I feel like we gotta get back to the way the white people be doing. No offense, because to me, the white people, they don't be doing that. They let you stay in the house for years on end, let you figure out your life till you in your 40s. You boys will be boys. They will make you a boy or a child for the rest of your days if they wanted to. Because they take care of you. It's never like this, oh, well, I'm this human ATM. It might be for some, but they still taking care of their family. Like none of these kids are coming out saying, I have to strip on the corner for gas, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like none of these kids are popping out saying wild things about not being able to have a car, or driving or needing money to take an Uber to work. Like, luckily the boys I think are on scholarships to their colleges, but like, I don't know. Lil Romeo said something along the lines that they're struggling with making payments with school too. So it's like, why would your kids be struggling in those areas? I understand them probably not having the newest car, or like, like the freshest new Rolex on the wrist, but simple expenses like a vehicle, that's insane. That's insane. I'm sorry. I'm on Lil Romeo's side, honey. Until some new evidence come out about him lying about that, I'm with Lil Romeo, baby. You hear me? I'm with Lil Romeo, especially not when Master P walking around town trying to give us the gems to success, and you ain't taking care of the kids. I don't like that not one bit, honey. So I said, my baby is fed up. He got kids of his own now, so shit got really real. For real. I know it did. I know Lil Romeo's sick about that. Like, it's just upsetting. I just wanted to talk about it. I thought it was insane. Another thing I wanted to talk about, because I want to move on past that. I'm hoping they get that all figured out, because it's getting real spicy online, okay? But that's how I feel about it. I really don't think that Master P should be walking around thinking that he's a human ATM machine for his children. Like, not when they're asking for simple necessities, sir. That's not how that works, okay? But another thing I thought that was interesting recently is just how everyone is taking this Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez case, y'all. It is so hard to watch it. To watch, especially men, come from Megan in the way that they are. It's so nasty. I really wish some of y'all men would have this same energy towards the people who really be doing us wrong. But no, y'all save all that nastiness, that very incel, very, I don't really, I say protect women, but I don't really mean it. You save that energy for us for some reason, which I don't really understand. And it just drives me nuts. It just really drives me nuts. Like, I will never forget how y'all treated Megan. Like, this should go down in history. This should be in the history books of how y'all treated Megan, a gunshot victim. I know y'all talking about stipulations. Oh, she was shot at. It's not that she was shot at. I don't give a fuck if we're being 100% honest. And a lot of y'all men should be ashamed of yourself. The old geezers down at the courthouse that was harassing Megan. Like, just absolutely ridiculous. It's like we've lost the plot of the movie. Like, y'all just do not protect women who look like Megan. It's just so crazy. It's absolutely unfortunate. And then to watch 50 Cent come at yet another black woman, because I think he came at Naturi Naughton, a woman who's also making money for him on Power, mind you. Naturi Naughton, he came for her in her forehead on a like, he just does silly shit like that. But to sit here and then say, I don't really know who to believe now, and then put that meme up of Meg Thee Stallion turning into Jussie, that was so fucking ugly. Because you didn't have that energy at all for Tory. Y'all don't never have this energy for men, but y'all ready to have it for women out of like that. Y'all ready to have that nasty, doubtful, horrible, just evil, nasty energy towards women all the time. But men will do you dirty, and it's crickets, huh? It's crickets. It's very strange. I think it's very ugly, and it's just, ugh. I really hope Megan's doing okay. I really hope she's really focusing specifically on her mental health, because this is insane. This is insane. And y'all talking about, oh, well, Megan got some holes in her story. Megan had a hole in her story where she said that she didn't sleep with Tory. That's the hole in the story. Meanwhile, Tory Lanez's team, his people were saying that there was never a shot to be had. And now they're saying that it was Kelsey who did it. So a gunshot did occur. Y'all worrying about the wrong lie here. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all worrying about the wrong, y'all worried about the wrong information, in my personal opinion. I don't really care that she said I didn't sleep with him, and then it came out that she did. I don't really care about that. Because maybe she didn't really want people to know. But that should not be the catalyst to make y'all think that she lied about everything else. Like, what? Are y'all serious? Don't even get me started on the Kelsey situation. The Kelsey situation is interesting on its own because that girl was given immunity and she still didn't want to say shit. So why does that make y'all think something is wrong with... Why does that make y'all think Meg's story is off and not whatever's happening between Tory, Kelsey, and whatever's happening with their team? Because let me look this up real quick. I want to make sure I got this information right. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I think I read somewhere. I don't even want to say it until I confirm. Hold on. Oh, and okay, so Megan's I just wanted to make sure I confirm this. Megan's best friend, ex-best friend, Kelsey was pregnant, right? Or is pregnant. Now, they're trying to say that people have been saying that the father of Kelsey Nicole's baby, hold on, I don't even want to say it until I am certain about it. Hold on. Who is Darian Smith? Hold on. Who is Darian Smith? Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was clear on that. Kelsey Harris's husband, quote unquote, is a 15-0-1 exec. So why don't y'all think her not saying anything wouldn't have anything to do with 15-0-1 telling her not to say nothing? Like, the girl got immunity and Megan is on trial. And she had that whole thing happen with 1501 about her album not being a real album and how Megan needs to give her another album, and she like, no, I don't, because that Something for the Hotties was an album. It was that whole thing, right? And then there was that video popping up of Tory Lanez being with the 1501 execs, right, at the party. Why wouldn't Kelsey not say nothing when her baby father? Why would she say anything when her baby father is a 15-0-1 exec? A team who have video footage of them hanging out with Tory Lanez with a hashtag that said "Protect Black Men." So y'all can go ahead and miss me with the, oh, Kelsey not saying nothing. Maybe she didn't want to incriminate Megan. Maybe Megan is the one. No. It sounds like everyone's teamed up against Megan. That's what it sounds like. It's I don't think it's anything other than that. So y'all can go ahead and miss me with the conspiracy accusations, okay? False accusations. I'm getting sick of y'all. And the fact that Megan even has to go through this is just blowing my mind. Like, it's just so crazy. Ugh, that poor baby. I really hope justice is served, because I think what they're trying to do is make it really like, oh, we're not sure who did it. Now, I think what they're really trying to do is make it is give a lot of reasonable doubt. I think that's what they're really trying to do. Kelsey not saying anything allows the jury to be not sure of what happened. Even though Kelsey texted the bodyguard, even though Kelsey and him have gunshot residue on themselves, like all that, they're still trying to confuse the jury. Are they in front of a jury? Before I even continue, I think they're in front of a jury. They're in front of a jury. Yeah. I think they're trying to confuse it. They're trying to provide reasonable doubt within this case so that you can't really pin it on Tory because no one's not sure. There's too much doubt in the air, which is terrible, but not surprising at the same time, y'all. Ugh. But that's what's happening right now. That's where I'm at right now with the celeb news that's been getting on my nerves. I don't know if there's anything else I should chat about. I don't really be heavily in the celeb news, y'all. I just be seeing stuff that pop up on my Twitter and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really be seeing nothing else. My Twitter is my celeb news outlet. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Did I see anything else? I was gonna talk about how Gunna is basically out. You know, he got sentenced to 5 years, one year being time served already, and the rest of it being 500, and the rest being turned into 500 hours of like community service, which is not even near close to 4 years of prison time. But that is interesting in its own right, because what did Gunna say? What did Gunna say? What did Gunna say to get that sentence? Wasn't that man in the midst of a RICO charge? Along with Young Thug? And you mean to tell me this man just got off with 5 years, 1 year served in prison, which they have put as time served already for the time that he's been there. And then the remaining of the years, the 4 years he was given, will be commuted to 500 hours of community service. Do you know how many hours are in a year? Let's do the math, shall we? Do you know how many hours are in a year? 24 hours times 365 on a not leap year day. There are 8,760 hours in a day. In a year alone, let's times it by 4. 35,000 hours are in 4 years. And Gunna's sentence of 35,000 hours of a 4-year prison sentence has turned into a mere 500 hours of community service. Listen, that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know what the boy said. But it sounded like the boy said enough, okay? That situation is so crazy to me. I know that came out a while ago, but when I saw that time, I said, that's a nice time. That's a nice sentencing, if you ask me. But I digress. I'm not going to get heavy into that. That's not none of my business, okay? You do you, okay? But that's all the news that I really wanted to talk about, if you're being honest. I don't have nothing else on my list about celebrity stuff. I just wanted to talk about that Master P, Lil Romeo situation. Absolutely crazy. Poor Lil Romeo, because I'm on Lil Romeo's side. I'm telling you right now, I know more kids gonna pop out saying that shit. You can't convince me. Otherwise. I know more people gonna pop out saying that. Especially, and not even just the real popular, really famous Master P and Lil Romeo, because I think Master P and Lil Romeo are pretty famous. I think we're gonna see a lot of that like in the influencer community. Yes, ma'am. Them kids who be on your YouTube all the time and they be using them families. Them kids gonna pop out, honey. And it's gonna be about 5-10 years. We're gonna be seeing these kids with their lawsuits in hand. You hear me? I ain't seen none of that money. My parents used my likeness since I was born. I'm telling you, it's coming. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the whole 50 Cent making that terrible, ugly, nasty, tasteless tweet on Twitter. Which is really fucking annoying because I feel like I now have to find things that I now can no longer, I feel like, can support raising Canaan, because this man was out here being a nasty, shrewd, and disgustingly attacking Meg Thee Stallion. Ugh, and I really like Raising Kanan, so that's really annoying. And yeah, I want to talk about that. I thought that was important. And I wanted to talk about that Gunna sentence. I mean, good for him, but also, I hope he's careful. Hold on, I'm going back to my comments to see. K Black, speaking of protecting Black women, Amari Stoudemire. What? What are you talking about, K Black? Hold on. Listen. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, my God. I didn't even know this. When did this happen? A day ago? Wow. Amari Stoudemire charged with battery after allegedly hitting daughter. Wow. The report didn't identify which of Stoudemire's two daughters, ages 17 and 14, was hit. I bet they wouldn't. And if they're not releasing that, it's probably the 14-year-old. Ugh. When she denied it, Stoudemire allegedly confronted the girl, because we don't know which daughter it was, and accused her of being disrespectful to his mother during a phone call, according to the police report. When she denied it, he told her, "You're talking back again," and punched her in the jaw, leaving her bleeding, the report says. Y'all know which daughter it was. Y'all not telling us what daughter it is. Y'all know exactly what daughter it was. Ugh. And not the girl. And you know why I think it's the 14-year-old? The report says that when officers went to Stoudemire's home, he told them the teenage girl was sad because she received a whooping from him for being disrespectful and a liar. Now, I don't know about y'all, but 14 years old would that sounds like a whooping. That's what you describe if you hit your kid at 14, a whooping. At 17, I think it's more like no one's believing though you whooped your 17-year-old. In my personal opinion, the whooping of a 17-year-old sounds kind of strange, but a whooping of a 14-year-old sounds about right. Ooh, K Black, I didn't even know this. I could never see myself assaulting any person, especially my children, even though you did. Interesting. I ask for your grace as we secure our space and privacy. This is terrible. Oh, Lord. Could you imagine? I just want y'all to sit and imagine for a moment. Imagine if every man on this planet who has ever done anything morally corrupt, absolutely unhinged, sadistic, nasty, misogynistic, borderline violent behavior. If every single one of those men, as soon as they did something terrible, just disappeared off the face of the earth. Imagine the world we would be living in right now. If every single man who had done something terrible, right? Every single man who had done something terrible, every time they did it, or not every time, the moment they did something terrible, they vanished off the face of the earth. I am sitting in a dream state right now, just thinking about that scenario. It's not funny. But my God, I'm so sick of hearing stories like this. It's not even no story that, well, the daughter was hitting on her dad or the daughter was yelling and screaming and doing something disrespectful in that manner. It was talking back and you punch somebody in the mouth. You have a terrible temper. You need to be put away. You're violent. You're prone to violence, and you're prone to violence against women. Like, and not even to say that, I didn't say that as to say like, oh, if the daughter hit him, then that would warrant him hitting her. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you're not even getting hit, dog. And you hitting your daughter, the person you're supposed to be protecting, the number one person you're supposed to be protecting, your family. Sinister. Kate Black, I ain't even know about that. That is news to me, honey. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Just terrible. But we're gonna see what happened with that. They gave him that small ass bond, that $1,600 bond. I can get myself out $1,600 now. This man got some money. Poor thing. I hope that daughter's okay. Whichever one it is, because they want to be all silent about the matter. Whichever daughter it was, I'm hoping they're safe. But yeah, it's just a lot of silly shit happening in the world right now. Not silly shit, just terrible shit actually. So I just wanted to talk about it because it's my show and I wanted to talk about it. Anyway, let's move right along. Let's get into something a little lighter. Let's move right on to some better conversation. We are getting into the Christmas classics. Christmas classics. If y'all was looking at me right now, y'all see me later when I post some online. I'm wearing my Christmas edition Black Monopoly tee. Ooh, with my Black Santa on it. He got a Black Monopoly page got this shirt and they got a Mrs. Claus too. So, and I bought both, okay? I'm about to be wearing one of these for Christmas Eve, honey. Get into it. We love a Black Santa. Come on. Bag full of goodies with the Black Monopoly on the side. Get into it. The shirts are phenomenal. And they cozy as hell. They long sleeves, comfortable. Loving every minute of it. Get into it. You'll see it later when I post this on my YouTube. But anyway, let's get back into the Christmas spirit, y'all. I've watched and looked at a couple movies recently, and I want to talk about it. So, recently, it's so crazy because I've always wanted to see this Christmas movie, but I never queued it up, y'all. One of the Christmas movies that I saw recently, it was called Krampus. Have y'all ever heard of Krampus? This movie came out so long ago. I gotta type in Krampus movie, of course. It's based off of some old folklore, if you will. It came out in 2015. It's a horror fantasy movie. It's got some real big people in it. In my personal, real big white people. It's got Adam Scott. Adam Scott was in Parks and Recreation. He's also in that new show called Severance. He's been in a bunch of other things too, but those are the shows that pop out for me. It's got Toni Collette. Honey, that white woman is popular. That's an actress right there. I don't know if y'all have ever seen United States of. Ooh, wait a minute. What's that show Toni Collette was in that was absolutely insanely good? Oh, it was so good, y'all. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. It was the United States of Terror. The United States of Terror is an absolutely phenomenal show about Toni Collette's character portrays a woman who has multiple personalities. She has about 1, 2, 3, 4. She has 6 of them. Six multiple personalities. And that show was so good. I think it only had 3 seasons and it was phenomenal. Oh, it was so good. Talk about a talent Miss Toni Collette is. Yeah, it had Toni Collette and Krampus. Who else was in it? It had the guy. And the guy who was in Anchorman and a couple other things. He's a funny character. It had David Kochner. He's the guy with the crooked smile. He always talks real country. He has that he usually wears a cowboy hat every once in a while. He's really funny. It had him in it, and it had a good amount of people in it. I quite enjoyed the cast. Krampus, though, let me get into the synopsis of Krampus. A boy who has a bad Christmas accidentally summons a festive demon to his family home. Y'all, this movie was crazy. This movie was so insane. It was so creepy. Like, there were moments I was like, oh, this is, because it's funny. It has its funny moments too. But it gets dark very quickly. Oh, yes. It gets dark so fast. That movie is crazy. Like, worst case scenario. Worst case scenario Christmas movie. Okay? Worst case scenario, honey. I thought it was pretty good, though. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought it was pretty dang good. I think it's something that The side characters were a little wonky for me. It's like they have this demonic gingerbread man that acts as the helper to Krampus. That's absolutely insane, and they got a couple other things that are kind of insane and creepy to look at. But I thought it was pretty good. If y'all are into like a horror, creepy version of a Christmas movie, that's a good one to queue up. Absolutely good. And they have great actors. To me, when a movie sounds goofy and silly, but it got good actors in it, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Because Toni Collette is phenomenal. Adam Scott is a great actor. And David Kochner, he's hilarious. And they had him in this, and he was super funny in it. So give it a chance, y'all. I think it's pretty good. It was called Krampus. It came out in 2015. It is streaming on Peacock. You will see, let me see. Did it have 2 ads? I think it had 2 ads. No, it had an ad in the beginning. You will see an ad in the beginning if you got the regular Peacock. That's what I got. But it was really good. I think you guys should queue it up. Another movie that I watched, it's called Christmas Deja Vu. Y'all, I've been sleeping on the Christmas movies. I have been sleeping on these Black Christmas movies. Y'all, this was good. This was really good. It's on BT Plus right now. It's got Amber Riley. It's got Blue Kimball. Mr. Blue Kimball. It's got, I don't know if y'all, I used to watch this show that he was in. It's called, used to be my guilty pleasure, y'all. Monogamy. Oh my Lord. Monogamy has me in a chokehold. Listen, if you're gonna put on Monogamy, it's on all black. If you're gonna put on Monogamy, let me tell you something before you even cue it up. The sound be a little off sometimes. The acting sometimes just be okay. Okay? I'm giving y'all a synopsis. I'm giving y'all a breakdown of the show. The show has moments where you're like, this is so corny. But let me tell you something. It's addicting. Oh, Monogamy is addicting, y'all. I cannot get enough of it. It is so crazy addicting. It's got 3 seasons. So that means people watching if it's got 3 seasons. 2 seasons, maybe. 3 seasons, people watching. You know what I'm saying? People watching it, y'all. Give it a go. It's on all black. But that's where I know Blue Kimball from. So this Christmas movie that I was just talking about, because I'll be going off on tangents, y'all. Please forgive me. But the Christmas movie is called Christmas Deja Vu. It has Amber Riley in it, a star, honey, with a phenomenal singing voice. Okay? Blue Kimball, and it's got Loretta Devine. I'm going to queue up anything that got Loretta Devine in it. I am. I don't think Loretta is going to do bad content like that, or at all for that matter. I think she's going to give her all in anything that she books, but I also don't think she's just going to do any old project. So whenever I see Loretta Devine, I'm like, I'm going to queue this up. And it had her in it. Y'all, Christmas Deja Vu is good. Christmas Deja Vu is good. Let me get into the synopsis for y'all. An angel grants a wish to a woman who wants to be a singer but hates Christmas. Listen. So good. I absolutely loved it. I think Amber Riley does a really good job. I think it's always surprising to see some characters play some different, you see Amber Riley in one way, but in this movie, she completely turned into a different person, which I enjoy. I feel, stretch that muscle, honey. You know what I'm saying? We trying to book them big roles and show range, okay? The movie is really good. I think it's a perfect Christmas movie to add to the list. And y'all, it got a bunch of black people. You know how I feel about a Christmas movie with a bunch of black people? I'ma watch it. Okay? Christmas Deja Vu is a wonderful film to put on the list. Please watch it. It's on BT Plus. Again, Christmas Deja Vu. Okay? Another movie that I thought was really good, another Christmas movie. Hold on. It's got, what's her name in it? The woman who portrayed, it's got Gabby Sidibe? Gabri Sidibe? Hold on, let me put it in. Gabri? Oh, no, sorry. I thought her name was Gabby. It's actually Gabri. Excuse me. My apologies. She got a Christmas movie out, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna type it in. Gabby Today Christmas movie. Christmas movie. Here we go. It's called All I Didn't Want for Christmas. I am putting that on my list to watch because I'm hearing really good things about it. You know how I knew? You know how I know it's kind of good? Because usually when a movie's kind of good, TikTok will do this thing where somebody will post a portion of the movie. And if it got a bunch of likes and comments, I'd be like, ooh, that means that movie probably might be really good. Let me cue it up, okay? It's called All I Didn't Want for Christmas. I know that's a terrible way to rate movies. But TikTok be knowing. TikTok has turned into the new search engine, honey. I'm telling y'all, TikTok is interesting. But here we go. It's called All I Didn't Want for Christmas, okay? Let me get into the synopsis with y'all. Hold on. Let me go. There we go. Popped right up. It's the top search list. All I had to type in was all I, and it popped right up, y'all. Let's get into it. In a bid to make this Christmas not suck, Emily Harris drunkenly writes a letter to Santa. Fortunately and unfortunately, her wine-soaked wishes start to come true, but she doesn't remember most of what she wished for. Okay. Listen to who's in this movie. It's got Kel Mitchell. Come on, nostalgia. It's got Kel Mitchell, and it got Loretta Devine. What I say? I'm gonna watch something that got my baby Loretta in it. Loretta don't be doing a bunch of silly projects now, okay? It's got Loretta Devine. It's got Gabri Sibiday. It's got, I know that's the only people I know. Let me review the rest of the cast, because a bunch of white people popped up after that. Oh, I got Andrew Bushell. I don't know who that is. But, yeah, get into it, okay? Get into All I Didn't Want for Christmas. I am too, because I told myself I'm going to cue it up, but the scene that I saw on TikTok looked really good. It is on. Let me see what it's on. All I Didn't Want for Christmas. Let me see. Streaming. Where you at? How to watch All I Didn't Want for Christmas. It usually pops up. You know how the movie pop up? Let me just put this in the right way. Maybe that's what it needs me to do. Okay, here we go. It's on. I hate when they do this. Y'all, it's on Fubo TV, if you have Fubo. It's on Philo. I don't have Philo. It's on Hulu with a premium subscription. Ciao. And you can rent it on Amazon Prime for $7.99. Ooh, this is an expensive movie. I'm going to try to find another way to watch it. I have live TV on my Hulu, so maybe I can watch it while it's live. I don't know. We'll see. They don't want us to watch it, but it looks like it's gonna be good. So I'm gonna try and cue it up okay? It's called All I Didn't Want for Christmas, y'all. Please watch. It's got Gabri Sibiday, Kel Mitchell, Loretta Devine. Come on, that's great actors right there. Another movie that I wanted to super talk about. I talked about it a little bit on my Instagram, but I had to bring it up here. I have to bring it up here. And the movie is called Christmas Bells. Y'all, Christmas Bells is quite literally a wonderful, hilarious, adorable movie. Like, it should be in the classics category. It is so good. It's so funny. Listen to me. Let's get into the synopsis, okay? Christmas Bells, it's on BET Plus. Let's get into it, okay? Two 30-something successful BFFs battle for the affection of the new pastor in town, causing the festive season to descend into chaos. I said I was going to watch this movie a couple weeks ago, but I finally watched it. This movie is hilarious. It's got Dominique Perry in it, who's a treat. Who is a fucking treat. Not only is she absolutely beautiful, but she's hilarious as well. And the talent in her acting, she's a triple threat. She's beautiful, funny, and talented. Triple threat, honey. Triple threat. Then it's got my baby Raven Goodwin in it. Raven Goodwin is all those things as well. But her comedic timing in this, listen, Dominique and Raven bouncing off of each other is just a treat. It's just a thrill to watch. They are so fucking funny. What? It's so good, y'all. Then it's got Mark Taylor in it, the dude that was in 16 again or 17 again. I don't remember what it was called. It was that movie with Tia and Tamara where grandma turns young again and so does the grandpa. And, you know, grandma is played by Tamara Mori and then Tia is the child. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if anybody recognizes that. That's old Disney Channel movie stuff. But Mark Taylor was in that, and I know the girlies was obsessed with Mark Taylor, honey. I know the girlies was obsessed with Mark Taylor. Mark Taylor was it. Okay? Mark Taylor was it. We loved him in 17 again, that Disney Channel movie, but he was in this too. Still looking good. It had John Amos in it. Y'all, John Amos, a legend. It had Janet Hubbard, the original Aunt Viv. Yeah, you heard me right. Omar Gooding. What did I say? If you're trying to figure out whether to watch a film or not, look at the cast. The cast, to me, is going to let you know about a movie 100% of the time. If you're not sure about a movie, I'm not going to say always look at the cast before you watch a movie because sometimes the cast will surprise you. But I will say that if you see a good cast of people in a movie you're not sure about, cue it up. It's gonna be good. I promise you. Christmas Bells is phenomenal, y'all. It's so funny and it has really beautiful moments and the acting is a perfect Christmas movie. It really is. I have no notes from me. Christmas Bells. You did that. Definitely a movie to watch for the holiday season. I was going into my classics that I love to watch during the holiday time. I think I went over a good amount of them, and I know I talked about a couple of these already. Let me see, I'm going through my list right now. Oh, yesterday, you know what? I'm gonna talk about that next show because somebody told me to watch Arthur Christmas. Somebody told me to watch Arthur Christmas. You know what? I'm gonna talk about it now. So what? So I finally watched Arthur Christmas. Somebody told me yesterday to watch Arthur Christmas, y'all. And I finally queued it up. Y'all, Arthur Christmas is so good. Somebody said it in the last year that it was absolutely underrated, and you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's so good. And it also, to me, describes exactly what would happen if Santa Claus was real. There ain't no way that man do that shit all by himself. I already know the elves was involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the precision in how they were showing the elves helping Santa deliver the gifts, y'all. The movie is so good. Oh, it's so great. And it's an animation. You know I am a sucker for a good animated movie. I am. I can't get enough of a good animated film. And this one is very good. Very good. I'm glad somebody mentioned it. I don't know who told me to watch it, but Arthur Christmas is so good. I'm so happy I watched it. I'm about to take a moment to check out my comments real quick. Hey, Cor. Hey, Don't Fold 24. Welcome in. Have you watched Crooklyn? Yes. I have watched Crooklyn. Does that classify as a Christmas movie? I don't think Crooklyn classifies as a Christmas. Does it classify as Christmas? I don't know. Does it classify as Christmas? Does it happen around Christmas? Yes, sir. Will Troy is sent to our seventh home for summer. Yeah, for the summer. I mean, yeah, I watched it. I quite enjoyed Crooklyn. I think that's a nice classic movie. I think that's a great movie. I know that's a random anecdote that we just had, Don't Fold 24. But yes, I have seen Crooklyn and I loved it. Thank you for chatting with me. But yeah, I just wanted to catch up on my comments. But anyway, get into Arthur Christmas. Arthur Christmas is so wonderful. It's a good time. It's definitely a good time. Really gives you the spirit of Christmas that we all looking for, you know? Because I feel like they even mention how like you kind of lose it. Like you kind of lose the spirit and forget why, you know, we do this and what it's for, which is really just to spend time with family and not to, and really like, not to spend time with family. That's not really what Arthur Christmas is about. But kind of, yeah, it is. At the same time, I'm sorry. It kind of is. But like also to, everybody is important during that holiday. Like, no matter what you have to come through for the people that are important. So, Arthur Christmas is wonderful. Please cue it up. I quite enjoyed it. Another Christmas movie. What another Christmas movie we could talk about? Christmas. Hold on. I had it stored, y'all. Oh my God. Hold on. I finally finished A Wesley Christmas. A Wesley Christmas is good. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I talked about it on my Instagram as well. I wanted to talk about it here more in detail. A Wesley Christmas, y'all. I mentioned I was going to watch this. I mentioned I was going to watch this a while ago, and I finally watched it. A Wesley Christmas is phenomenal. It's on BET Plus. It's got Jasmine Guy. It's got, I don't want to say Professor Ogilvy because that's how I know him as, but it's got Professor Ogilvy in it. His real name is Dorian Wilson. It's got Terrell Hill. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's a new guy on the scene, in my personal opinion. He's been in a bunch of new stuff recently. I think he's in Step Up 3. He's in this Christmas movie I'm mentioning right now. He's in some other things too, but those are the things that kind of popped out to me. His name is Terrell Hill. It had T.C. Carson in it. It had a really good cast of people, y'all. A really good cast of people. And everybody was acting very well. Okay? A Wesley Christmas. Please get into it. It's on BET Plus. I thought it was absolutely adorable. And it gives another family vibe, like this Christmas, almost Christmas. It gives that very much family vibe. Like, this is a family full of shenanigans and drama. Let's get into it, okay? And it's the holiday season. So, A Wesley Christmas is definitely a good one. I'll remind you guys what the synopsis is right now. With all their baggage in tow, adult siblings travel to their childhood home to celebrate Christmas with their parents and the entire family. You know it's given this Christmas. You know it's given almost Christmas. It's given all of those movies wrapped in one, which I kind of love. You know, if the formula ain't broke, why fix it? You know what I'm saying? Definitely a good one to queue up, BET Plus. BET Plus hasn't been playing this year. They've come out with some really, really great content. Like, absolutely phenomenal content this year. I'm loving every minute of it. Another one that I enjoyed for Christmas time. I had it listed up here, y'all. Hold on. I know it's here. Hold on. Oh, if y'all want to do a throwback, if y'all really want to do a throwback to really warm your soul for the holiday season, you know what y'all need to queue up? Unaccompanied Minors. Yes. This movie came out in 2006, y'all. Unaccompanied Minors is an underrated gem. And I mean it. Unaccompanied Minors is an underrated gem. It's on HBO Max. It is so good. It's a comedy family movie. It's only an hour, 30 minutes. I love a little hour, 30-minute movie. Nothing too long. Still get the point across. Mwah. You know what I'm saying? It's on HBO Max. Let me remind y'all what Unaccompanied Minors is about. When a Christmas Eve blizzard shuts down the airport, 5 stranded youths take the opportunity to run wild and have some fun. Racing with golf carts and sliding down baggage chutes, the kids create holiday pandemonium for an uptight airport official and his gullible assistant. Hey, this movie is so good. Let me tell you who in the movie, y'all. Tyler James Williams. America's sweetheart from Abbott Elementary now. Yeah, when he was younger, yeah, he had his movies now, and this was one of them. It is so good, y'all. It's got Wilmer Valderrama, the man who played Fez in that 70s show. It's got these 3 other people who I've never seen later on in movies, but they good too. It was good in the movie. You know, they was the leads in it, but you know, it is what it is. That movie is so good. And I feel like it's such a good shenanigan-filled Christmas movie to add to the list. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen this movie in so long. This movie came out in 2006, y'all. A simpler time. You know what I'm saying? just a simpler time. Unaccompanied Minors is a great movie to add to your list. It's great. It's a great family fun movie. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really nostalgic just to throw it on and watch these kids run rampant through the airport on Christmas Eve. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good time. That movie is really good. Definitely cue that up too. But yeah, those are all my movies for right now. I'm gonna bring up some more. You know, I love talking about movies, So I will be back for some more. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I know it was a little last minute. I know, you know. I know I like to do this thing where I'm surprising y'all this holiday season. I'm doing a lot of holiday special radio shows. So just bear with me, get into it. If you can make it, you can. If you can't, no big deal. You'll see me every Sunday at 3 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So cue up there as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for listening. I'm gonna go through and say my hellos to the people who talked in the chat. Unmatched Mind, thank you so much for being here tonight. K Black, always a pleasure to see you. You always in here and I appreciate it. Zoe, hey girl. Love when you enter the chat. I love when you take some time to listen to me, even though we talk to each other all the time, every day. Who else is in here? We had Don't Fold 24. Hey, Don't Fold 24. Thanks for coming in, and I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys again. I might pop up on tomorrow. I might not, though. So be on the lookout. I'm posting on my Instagram. I'm trying to post it on my TikTok, too, but they don't have a little easy button to post on your TikTok, so I got to do it manually. Champagne problems. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. It's been a pleasure. You guys enjoy the rest of your Monday night. The holiday time is upon us, y'all. Don't stress out. I know Christmas is on the way. I know Hanukkah is upon us. I know all the holidays are happening. Don't stress out. Enjoy the holidays. Remember to rest and enjoy family. Love you guys, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.